So what even is a broadcast digital producer? What are you talking about? I wanted to use this video to explain what it is I do, how I started doing it, why I do it. So on the very basic level, I make basketball content. That's the most basic level. The broadcast digital part is that sometimes we make it for broadcast, delivering live games, and that can be to television channels or streaming platforms. And sometimes we make digital content.
Hit the boomerang and let her watch me slow.
And that's stuff that you would see on YouTube or Facebook, Snapchat, the TikTok, Instagram, X. The differences between those contents, for the most part for me, is that one is live and one is not live. So in a live game, it's anything from QCing the feed. So I just realized that I'm going to be saying a lot of terms that people don't use in their everyday vocabulary. I'll do like a little dictionary at some point, so just bear with and just power through. During live games, I could also be like highlighting the plays for the top 10 or single plays that we'll produce after a game. Even though they go on the live feed, we also make them for digital as well. And then like when you see a player's mixtape or a team's like best moments, that's us making digital content as well. Like a hype video or a promo. A promo is not always digital though. Promos also go on TV, but we make a digital version. Hopefully that's explained the difference between broadcast and digital content. I don't know if it did, but I'm hoping it did. How did I get into it? So I've always played sports. So basketball, volleyball, netball, rounders are like the basics, obviously. Who's not playing them? I started playing American football later in life. At school, I studied drama, so British, drama. At college, and other things. I did other things. At college, I did media studies, drama and theatre studies, English literature, and sociology. My degree in media performance, which allowed me to do in front and behind the camera. And then I did my master's in broadcast journalism. I just want to know everything. And then from there, I went and worked at a youth charity for a long time. And I really enjoyed working with young people, understanding how they think, what works, what doesn't work. I would suggest understanding storytelling is probably the most important thing you can know if you're going to come into this industry, because a lot of people think you just get a bunch of clips and you pick music that you like and you throw in so many effects and it's cool, it's a video. It's not a good video, bro. Being able to tell a story in a linear way that draws your audience in, that's a good video. Also learning how to edit. I'm not an editor, but I do know how to edit. I started with Avid, Final Cut Pro, and now we're on Adobe, and then there's a new software that we all need to learn. I use Photoshop, After Effects for motion graphics. If I'm editing on my phone, I use CapCut. So you could also go on site and be a mobile reporter, which essentially is using your mobile phone to capture moments, editing it quickly, and then sending it to the client to publish or publishing it yourself. You also have to be good at communicating with people. You need to be a people person, because essentially you're trying to get into spaces where you're noticed, but you're not annoying somebody. So you need to be able to build relationships with people, and that will help you be better at getting content, because not only do you get really good content, but you get really good reaction after the content. Confidence. You need a lot of confidence if you're going to do this job. You need to be very confident in your own abilities and trust the team that you're working with, because they're going to help you out. What makes this role unique is that it's broadcast and digital. I think sometimes you either work on broadcast or you work on digital, and I'm privileged enough to be able to work across both mediums. Be prepared to like pick an avenue, but if you know how to do both, that makes you a unicorn. Every week I'm going to do a roundup about what I've done in that week and kind of show you the things that I work on, but like what it's like to do this job, and then you hopefully it will give you an insight as to what it's like to do this job. Yeah, that's it. Finally, why I love my job. I love basketball. Like, that's the basics of this. I also like creating things.
It's in! Just made it look easy.
and content creation is something I really enjoy. I like to think comes quite naturally to me to see something, be like, ooh, what can we do? How do we make it interesting and engaging? Yeah, I like the people I work with, and that's not just the immediate team that I see every day, but it's like the people across the world that I communicate with and build relationships with and just call and have a natter with. If you're interested in content creation, if you love basketball, this is a career you could have, and you don't have to have all the bells and whistles. If you can do a lot with a little, you're going to go a long way.